Hey everyone, Ricky here from Ricky's Tech Talk. I believe I found the perfect monitor for my Xbox One Series X. Here is my full review of the Philips Momentum 4K HDR display with Ambiglow. Just for reference, the model number for this monitor is 279M1RV. There will be a link in the video description, so make sure to go and check that out. So let me explain why I believe this is the perfect partner for the Xbox One Series X or Series S, whilst you laugh at my attempt of gaming. I've had great fun with this monitor, but may not look it in the gaming experience I show here today. So let's begin with design and how our monitor looks and feels. So it's a 27-inch IPS panel, and we'll go into greater details about that a little bit later on. It's a three-sided frameless bezel design as well, so minimal three-sided bezels, which is really good, and a very small bezel on the bottom too, so potentially even four-sided, but there is a slightly larger bezel just at the bottom. When it comes to design on the back, it's a plastic back frame to the monitor. However, the stand and column is made up of metal and looks really nice in a sort of space grey colour. There's enough space at the bottom also to sit your Mac Mini if you have one, or even one of the new Mac Studios, and also wireless charging pads and other accessories for gaming. So I like the T-shape T-bar design, but made up of metal, and it's really sturdy and really solid in place as well. It does have the Philips branding on the stand as well, so you know where it's come from, and it does feel really good. It feels really sturdy and it feels really strong, which is really nice. A mixture of metal and plastic design. So when it comes to the back of the monitor, it's a plastic design, but it is surrounded by the Ambiglow system. So there's 4 light strips that run around each side, and we'll go into greater detail about those. So let's share some of the technical details of our monitor, which gives you the option to make the correct decision for you. So that may be for console gaming, it may be for content creating, or it even may be for PC gaming. So the screen size, what you'll be looking at all the time, is 27 inches or 68.5 centimeters. This is always measured diagonally across the display. It's a 4K UHD resolution of 3840 by 2160. So you're going to get quite a large UHD resolution, so 4K, 4 times the quality of HD, offers you 163 pixels per inch, and you'll get the same resolution at 144 Hz using the USBC or the HDMI or display port. And we'll go on to connectivity a bit later on, because I'm really pleased to say there's loads of different options on this monitor. It has 1 millisecond gray to gray, so it's not MPRT, so gray to gray is the lesser option when it comes to measurement with the response time, but however 1 millisecond is really good. It has nano IPS LCD panels, so that's what you're actually looking at all the time. With it being an IPS panel, you get the wide viewing angles and you won't lose color or clarity, and it works at 178 degrees across the horizontal axis. So when you turn it right to the side, you won't lose the picture or definition until you go past that horizontal point. When it comes to colors, you can choose from over 1 billion, and as you can see from the gaming experience, it's amazing. Really enjoy that. It's so colourful, pops, comes alive. It's really bright as well. So specifically made for console gaming, this monitor. It's been great for content creating as well, because it offers DCI P3 98% coverage and Adobe RGB coverage of 110.1, which is really good. So color accuracy is fantastic for creating content, making sure my thumbnails look correct with the color images, making sure everything looks good for social media. And if you haven't already, make sure to look in the video description for all of my social media platforms. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and I share images, upload little videos, pictures of whatever I'm doing behind the scenes, and it's a lot of fun. So make sure to come and follow me across all of my social media platforms, and subscribe to YouTube to stay updated with all of my latest videos. With the aspect ratio, you've got 16:9 aspect ratio, which is quite traditional, and it works pretty well for me. And it has a glossy finish, so no matte design here. It is quite reflective, and you'll see that in the video. Any light source will be quite reflective, so maybe a matte design would look good, but then it would drop in your content and it would drop in the experience that you have with your monitor. So as I mentioned, you do have a lot of ports here. So ports is fantastic, and it's really important to have the brand new ports, and that is HDMI 2.1. And you don't just have one of them, you don't just have 2 of them, you have 3 of them, which is really good. So my Xbox Series X can go in, my PlayStation, PS5, even the Nintendo Switch. I know it's a lower resolution, but you have that option there. there. So to have the latest version of HDMI 2.1 is fantastic, because that means you get the faster response rates, you get the quicker hertz as well, and then you also get the UHD 4K resolution, makes your content so enjoyable. You also have a display port which is 1.4, so you have one of those. You have USB-C as well, one of those, and the alternate mode for the USB-C is the 65 watts charging as well, so it can charge your device for you, which is really handy if you're using MacBook Air, MacBook Pro. Then you have a USB-B, which is an upstream link to your PC, your Mac, your gaming laptop, whatever you choose. Then you have 4 USB-A's 3.2, which 2 ports are fast charging as well, which is really good. So you can charge your accessories very quickly, and it makes it really easy then to charge everything up, and you can connect everything with this monitor. It's just so nice to see. So you do have a headphone port, so you can choose to use headphones if you want to. It does have built-in speakers, so you have 2 5-watt speakers. It does offer DTS sound, which is okay, but it seems ever so loud at level 1. And it gets higher and higher and higher. So I would say use headphones again, or external speakers. It's just more enjoyable, and everyone that I know will have a gaming headset or dedicated speakers they will use for their gaming experience. Most of the time it'll be headphones, but it's nice to see that you have the headphone port there, or even the USB port if you want to connect via USB. You have picture by picture, so you can use 2 different devices. You do have a KVM switch, which is USB USB-C, so you can choose between 2 different devices but use the same peripherals, keyboard, mouse, headphones, and you don't need to use separate accessories to use 2 different options there. You do have a Kensington lock, so that's an ability to lock your monitor down so no one can go and wander off with it, or the partner can't go and steal it for their gaming experience. I don't think my partner would do that, but she might go and use it to do some shopping or to do some wedding planning. I don't know, something like that. You do have a VESA mount, 100 by 100, so you don't have to use the beautiful T-bar design column and stand, which, as I said, is made up of metal, very strong, very sturdy, and space grey in colour, but you could ditch all that and just use a VESA mount if you want to. So that's your option there when it comes to ports, and it's really nice to see all of these ports. So potentially you've got 3 HDMIs, 1 display port, 1 USB-C, so that's 5 different ports that you can use. With your USB-B option, with your upstream, that will give you then 4 more options for USB-A's to then charge your devices, with 2 times fast charging as well. So much there in the ports. I really do like that. A real high point there is the amount of ports on this monitor really sets you up for the future ahead. So looking at the other options in your monitor is the movement and the flexibility and the ergonomic design. We all need a monitor that moves with us and is flexible and can be changed or adjusted. As we've seen with the new Apple monitors, they don't offer too much. Compared to the price point here, this monitor offers a lot of flexibility. So when it comes to height, you have 130 mils adjustment in height, and I'll show this, and then that's really good as well, because when you're sitting on your chair, your eyes should be directly on your monitor, and it should be easy to view and easy to sort of experience. You shouldn't be struggling, straining, you don't want no stress on your shoulders, and you want to just enjoy your gaming experience. You have the option to swivel your monitor. So as I said, with an IPS panel, it doesn't really matter how much you swivel it, you're still going to get great experience with color clarity and image sharpness as well. But you do have an option of swivel, so minus and plus 35 degrees from center point. And again, that's really good. So you can turn it around to show your friend, turn it around to show your loved one, work colleagues if you're at work, or you may be using this for work experience as well. You do then have the option to tilt your display if you need to, so minus 5 degrees or plus 20 degrees, and that's really good as well. Sometimes I put it really low, tilt it up, or really high and tilt it down. So I just want to let you know it's 9 kilograms with the stand and 5.2 kilograms without the stand, and you can use the VESA mount as I mentioned there, because that is VESA 100 by 100. So those are the key specs that I wanted to highlight on this monitor, but also there's some key talking points that I want to talk about and discuss further and share my personal review once I've used this monitor for such a long time. I was really lucky actually. The monitor got returned to me because it failed to go through customs because of the rule changes here, so I've actually got it for a bit longer, which is really good. I haven't complained. I've really enjoyed it. offers flicker-free technology as well as low blue mode. So it reduces the harsh blue light that you will see when gaming in the night or gaming late early on in the morning, or when you have to read a large document. It removes that harsh blue light that affects your eyes and makes you more tired and more drained. So having that option on here as well as flicker free technology, that's really good for an accessibility point of view. As you know, being visually impaired, it's really important to me that they look at these options and have these options on here. So one of the other key options that I like as well is the joystick control stick option when it comes to your menu navigation. So let's talk about what that can do for you. So when your monitor is stood up, the joystick will be at the bottom right hand corner. So to power your monitor off, press and hold inwards and it will power your monitor off for you. And you'll need to turn it off at the plug for it to be completely off. So this is more like a standby mode. Press again, you're greeted with the Philips homepage, and then it will find the most recent connected source or let you choose which source you're connected, and we're greeted again. Here we go with my iPhone. Move the joystick up and this will show you your ports that you can connect to, and you select to the right to select them. Then pushing over to the left hand side will be your smart image presets, and as you can see here, because we're on our Mac, you'll get different options compared to when you're gaming, so they will automatically change and adjust, and you'll get the HDR features as well that I've mentioned. And then finally you have your menu options. So there's loads of different options inside here. You do have to go inside here to change your volume, which is a little bit frustrating, but you have the ambiglow light system, you have the gaming section, so you can dedicatedly change your gaming. You can change the refresh rates and the hertz rate of your monitor as well inside here. So there's so many different options to choose from, and I'm just going into the ambiglow system here, and I can change it to a setting so it can either follow audio, follow music, or it could follow different options that you want it to follow. So it could be your game, you could have constant lights, or go through the RGB spectrum. It's up to you, but the menu is full of different options to choose from. So one of the features that I want to talk about is when it comes to connectivity, and that is your HDMI 2.1, and that offers variable refresh rates, or FRL. So FRL stands for fixed rate link, and it's a signaling technology supported in the HDMI 2.1a specification. FRL is necessary to achieve higher uncompressed resolutions such as those above 4K 60, as well as ultra high speed bandwidth up to 48 gigabytes, and you have 3 of those built into this monitor. And I really like that option here because that is setting you up for the future. So they have specifically designed and worked with the Xbox team to make the most optimal gaming experience when they say it is designed for the Xbox Series X. So it designs to help unleash your gaming experience, and it has adapted and validated to deliver the most optimal gaming experience for the Xbox Series X. I'm pretty sure it will be the same with the S, but obviously it's not as good as the Series X. And that means that you can just plug in and away you go. And I love that experience because my Xbox just plugged in, away I go. I can change the settings as I show in the video, and it just makes you enjoy your content so much more. And then with having the 4K 120Hz gaming experience with ultra clear 4K resolution, it's smooth, it's quick, it's native, it just works and it looks fantastic. And that's all thanks to that HDMI 2.1 connection feature. So faster refresh rate ensures less skipped frames, showing enemy movements in ultra clear, smooth motion, and easy target them, ready to get them when you need to. And I love that option there. So when it comes to PC gaming, you've got the 4K 144Hz PC gaming option with your screen, and you can adapt this with gaming experience, faster refresh rate, 144Hz, can enjoy even more smoother performance included in the connection straight away. So again, plug in and play. So it has the purpose built in low latency gaming experience, unlike standard TVs. So this Philips Momentum display offers a purpose built in option, offering lightning fast pixel response as a priority, and supports fast paced reaction time games such as driving, first person shooters, and refresh rates as well. So you've got the variable refresh rates, which is supported on the Xbox Series X, and It just looks fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. It's been such an experience to enjoy. One of the other key benefits is the sound as well. So it has an enhanced audio with DTS sound. So DTS sound is an audio processing solution designed to optimize the playback of music, movies, streaming or games. It can be used with your PC regardless, or it can be used in a standard option. So I've watched movies on this. It's been okay, but it's the typical problem with monitors. The speakers just don't live up to standard. So you've got 2 times 5 watts and it's okay, but it just screams at you sometimes. It's quite a small bezel for this monitor and it just sort of screams at you, and I would prefer to use headphones, so that'd be a bit of a down point for me. But it's okay to have these options. It's nice to have DTS sound. This is a little bit different to what you normally get, but on the Xbox they prefer Dolby Atmos or Dolby Vision, so yeah, it's okay. It's one of those things. But for PC gamers, you do have certified NVIDIA G-Sync, so it's compatible for smooth, fast-paced gaming, and this will work with your GPU as well, so you can choose the options on screen and change and adjust it. And one of the other things is about this display is it's the IPS nano color technology, so it extends the gamma for variant variables. So for critical image, gaming and productivity needs, the nano IPS display provides precise color accuracy, which is really good. And as I mentioned, it has that DCI-P color option of 98% and then the sRGB option which goes over 100%. So it's really nice and really important to have on here, especially for content creators, if you want to be color accurate and make sure your images look crisp and clean. So as I mentioned, you do have so many options when it comes to connectivity, and that's really nice to see. And there's one key other point here as well, is the KVM switch. So it offers multi-view, and you can use 2 different options with your peripherals being able to be used on both different options as well. So when we look at gaming and the experience of gaming, that is thanks to Ambiglow. It adds to your gaming. It offers you a new dimension to your viewing experience. It involves you, it brings you in. It's so nice to see, and you have 4 options around here, so it's on the left, right, top and bottom, and it pulls you in, and the lights can be either selected to any light you want, you can have it to follow to yours, or you can have a standard light. So it's really nice. It pulls you in, it makes you experience your gaming experiences or sports or movies so much more, and it's great for just watching movies, for playing games. I've loved it. And then paired with the nano leafs as well, it just brings you in, it immerses you in your viewing experience, and it's worthwhile having. And yeah, it looks really good. I think I like it. And what do you think? Leave a comment below and let me know. So one thing Philips do well with their gaming monitors is the Smart Image HDR. So this gives you optimal viewing for HDR content selected. So Smart HDR modes are best suited to your needs. So you've got HDR gain, optimized for playing video games with brighter white and darker blacks, and the gaming scene, so it's vivid, it reveals more details and easily to spot enemies hiding in the dark. HDR movies, on the other hand, is ideal for watching HDR films. It delivers better contrast and brighter, so for more realistic and more immersive viewing experience. You also have HDR photos for enhanced red, green and blue for lively visuals, and it looks fantastic. So display HDR recommended on here to use whenever you want to. Go into the settings and check it out for yourselves, and as I showed, I did go through the settings option on here, and it is fantastic to just use. Really, I've really enjoyed it. I can't say any worse than that really. The only thing for me is I don't want to give it back. Maybe a larger screen. I know they do offer a larger monitor option, but otherwise it's just been a pleasure to use. So then you have the USB-C 1 cable system. So Philips use the 1 type USB-C, so I can plug that into, say, my MacBook Pro. Everything will come up. I can use my peripherals wherever I need to. Not a problem. Connect in, away you go, high resolution, and it will even recharge your device as well for you because it has that 64 watts power delivery, which is fantastic. So I will soon be getting rid of my Mac Mini. I don't need it because I have the 16-inch MacBook Pro M1 Max, I think it is. Can't remember now, there's so many different ones from Apple, but I don't need my Mac Mini anymore, so I'm just going to plug in my MacBook Pro just dock it with one cable and away I go, which is really good. So coming up to my personal thoughts and what I think of this monitor. So if you are a gamer, if you have the Xbox One Series X or Series S, this is the perfect partner for you that I have tried in 2022, in 2021, and I saw this early in 2020, I believe. It is fantastic. It's such a great display because you've got 4K UHD, you've got 144 Hz refresh rate that's variable, you have it linked and optimally designed for the Xbox Series X. It is just a enjoyable viewing pleasure. I can't say any more than that. So the only thing that lets it down is the sound for me on all monitors. The sound is not fantastic. It's a shame it doesn't have a metal design to the back as well. It'd make it more of a premium monitor. That would push the price up though, compared to where the prices are now for premium monitors. But for me, I've just enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed gaming as well, getting back into gaming. I've enjoyed enjoying my Xbox Game Pass. Just let me know some of the games you play. What do you think as well? It's always great to hear from you, so make sure to leave a comment just under that like button and I'll get back to you, because it's always great and it's so nice to hear from you. So it is available here at the moment in the UK. It is on sale. It is available on Amazon, and the price is varying so much, so I don't want to give a dedicated price. I've seen it for £580 all the way up to £890, so make sure to go and check out for yourself. I will make sure to leave the model number down in the video description, a link to Philips website, and also a link to Amazon. You can go and purchase it for yourself. And if you choose to buy through Amazon, just to let you know, you will help sponsor the channel, but it will cost you no extra. For me, Ricky, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to stay updated with all of my latest videos, and I want to wish you a great day ahead. If you want to carry on watching my content, check out these two videos here to the left, and if you still didn't listen to me in the previous part of this video, if you need to subscribe, click on my face here to the right.